just going to read a beautiful quote. And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's world by mistake. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as on what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. Okay, so let's sit in. If you're sitting on the floor, just find a comfortable position. We'll do some head and neck exercises first. So inhale, feel the neck getting long, and on the exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, bring the chin up to be parallel, and exhale, drop the chin to the chest. A few more times like that. Inhale up, and exhale down, and inhale up. Notice I'm not overextending my neck. It's just coming back to be parallel with the earth, and exhale down. And then come back to look at the center again. Inhale, get long through the neck, long through your spine, and exhale, look over towards your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, look towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale towards the right. Center on the inhale. Exhale to the left. And just do that on your own now, at your own breath pace. And after the last one, to the left and right, just come back to the center. So now this time we're going to get long again, so just recalibrate that, and then inhale. Exhale, turn the right ear to look towards the right shoulder. So the chin stays in the midline of the body. It's not going off. It stays right in the midline of the body. Inhale up and exhale. Left ear looks at left shoulder. Notice there's no shrugging. They're just looking. So when you're in this pose, you should probably feel it maybe on the opposite side. For the most part, you feel it there. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. And then come back. Just notice any difference, any sensations or changes. And then this time, inhale and shrug the shoulders up. And as you exhale, bring them down. Inhale, bring them up. And exhale, down. So you're not letting them just drop down sharply. You're bringing them up gently and then down gently. Up and down. One more time like that. Up and then down. And now inhale, up, back, down, and around. So do that, up, back, down, and around. Up, back, down, and around. Inhale up, exhale, back down and around. And one more time, inhale up, exhale, back down and around. Now let's add the arms. I'm just going to change this. So bring the arms behind you so that you can get this nice external rotation in the arms. Just be careful that you're not splaying out the ribs and overarching your lumbar spine. So just restrain the ribs and that'll neutralize your lumbar spine. So just feel that lengthening. And if you can't, interlace your fingers behind your back like this. Just hold on to the opposite elbow just to get that stretch. Take a deep breath in here. So I want to work a lot on opening up the lungs, inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhale and exhale. And then bring the arms down. And then come to lie on your back. And if you have a belt, I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but if you have a belt handy, fine, or a scarf, or a men's tie, that's really good too. So you're going to take this belt and then you're going to place it around the ball of the foot, the right foot. So bend the left knee to start and hold the tab. Hold each tab in one hand. So right to the right side, left to the left side. Relax your shoulders down. Relax the elbows. Make sure that the neck is relaxed. And if your back is okay with it, you can straighten out your left leg. But if this causes any pain in your lower back, then just bend the left knee. So you're creating a dual resistance here. The leg is straight, and you're pulling very gently with the strap towards you, but you're pushing the heel away. And don't forget to use the lungs. Don't forget to really inhale into the lungs. So be mindful of taking deep breaths here on the floor. Now take both tabs of the strap into the right hand as you take the left arm out, and then you can take the right leg over, and you can use your right elbow as a kickstand. And I'm not sure if you can see, but this elbow is on the floor. And just don't even come to your edge. There's no need for us to come to our edges these days. So just pull back a little bit and just breathe. Again, if there's any pain, come out of it, or if you need to bend your left knee, that's fine. So we're just opening up the adductors here, and again, opening up across, broadening across the chest. Inhale, bring that leg up. Switch the hand placement, so the left hand takes both tabs, open up the right hand, and this time you're not taking the right leg all the way out. It's not a twist. It's just a stretch. So you're just taking the right heel over the left knee. And this you may feel in your IT band. And breathe. Nice deep full inhales and exhale fully and completely. Inhale that right leg up. Bring both hands to the tabs and switch out the legs again. So the left foot comes into the strap, and you can place the strap on the ball of the foot. I think that gets into the calf muscles really well, as opposed to the arch. They're both fine. It's good to switch it out. So the elbows are on the floor. I'm relaxed. My shoulders are relaxed. You can straighten the right knee or bend it, whatever's right for you, and just have that dual resistance there. So the left heel is pressing out, and you're pulling gently with your hands against your foot. And take those breaths into the lungs. Let's find that expansiveness in the lungs. Now take both tabs into the left hand. Take the right arm out on the floor, and then very gently take the left leg out to the side. Use your left elbow as a kickstand. So the left elbow is on the floor. This elbow is on the floor. And again, you don't have to just, don't go to your edge. Just come before it. Sometimes that's even harder to do, just from a mental or emotional standpoint. We don't have to barrel through everything, especially now. We need to be kinder to ourselves and more gentle. Inhale, bring that leg up. Switch out the hand placement. Open up the left and very gently extend the left leg over, just over, so that the left heel is over the right knee. So it's a stretch, not a twist. Breathe in, following your breath and being mindful of the breath. If you feel any kind of stretch in the leg. Bring your breath there. We can send our breath to any place in the body. It's a nice visualization technique. And then inhale, come up, and then exhale. Release the strap and bring both feet to the floor. And then bring both knees in and just make some circles going one way. And then go the other way. And then bring both feet to the floor again. Open up the feet wide so that the feet are at the edge of your mat if you have a yoga mat that you're working with. Otherwise, it's pretty wide. It's like 3 feet, I should say, apart. The knees are also wide. So keep both knees like this. Take your right knee and bring it over towards the left foot and keep the left knee elevated. Don't let the knee roll out. Keep it up, looking towards the ceiling. And then you can just bring your arms up overhead behind you. And again, feel how wonderful it is to be lying on the floor, and you can feel the back of your lungs, the back of your rib cage filling up with air. Often we always think of the lungs in the front, but they fill the back body too. Inhale, bring the right knee up, and then take the left knee over, keeping the right knee up towards the ceiling, left knee going towards the right ankle. Inhale, come back, and now we're just going to layer on this. So you're going to take your right knee back over towards the left ankle, and then take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And then you get to decide how much of a stretch you're going to get here on the right lateral line of the body. So that's a really nice stretch all up and down from the hip, from the legs, all the way up through the arms. And breathe. Notice if you're tensing your shoulders, and just realize that you want to have effort, but not tension. So just notice if you're doing that. And relax that part. Where can I have effort? Where can I relax? And then inhale, bring both knees up, let go of the hand placement, and then take the left knee over towards the right ankle. Right knee stays up. Take a hold of the left wrist now with your right hand and get the same stretch. You decide how challenging you want to make it. But again, I encourage you to be more on the gentle side. And breathe. So don't hold the breath. You'll feel that stretch all the way down the lateral line of the body, of the left side of the body. It's easy to start taking shallow breaths in this pose, so just, again, be mindful of the breathing. Fill your lungs. Feel the back lungs. And then come on up. Release the hand placement, release the knees. One more layering with this type of pose. Inhale, take the right knee over again towards the left foot. Take your left foot and place it on the outer aspect of the right thigh. Take a hold of your right wrist. And now you're going to give yourself a stretch, and you can relax that left knee down and increase the stretch as you see fit. So this is more challenging, and if this doesn't feel right, come back to what we did before or even the very first one. Deep breath. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale, come up, and then take that left foot to the floor, release the hand placement. Just take a second, and then take the left knee over towards the right ankle. Right ankle comes on top of the outer aspect of the left thigh. Take a hold, left wrist, right hand, and then you get to decide. What's best for you? That's really yoga. What's best for you? And again, if this doesn't feel right for you, then that's yoga. You're making the decision for your body, not me. You're the expert in your body. Breathing into the chest cavity, visualizing the lungs as two expansive balloons on the inhale, and on the exhale, let go of what doesn't serve you. And then inhale, come back, take that right foot back down, and then take the knees into the chest again and just make some circles again. And then bring the feet to the floor and just pause for a second. Let your body integrate what we just did so far. That way the body and mind become very, very conscious. If you notice any space or any variation in sensation, let your mind rest there for a second. And that way the body becomes very, very conscious of what's going on with the mind and the spirit. Okay, so now we're going to do bridge pose. And if you have a block, you can take a block like this and just put it between your thighs. And if you don't have it, don't worry about it. But so I'll do it for just in case you don't have one. Keep the feet hip distance apart and just see if you can bring the feet in to your buttocks. You don't have to overthink it or overreach it. Just they're close enough to your buttocks. You're going to place your lower back on the floor. So let's just do a pelvic tilt here. So just arch the back and notice how the lumbar spine increases, and then exhale, flatten your lower back to the floor. So just do that a few times. These are called pelvic tilts, and the buttocks are staying on the floor. So one is an anterior pelvic tilt, and this one is a posterior pelvic tilt. The arch is an anterior pelvic tilt, and then the flattening of the lower back is a posterior pelvic tilt. And then come to be right in the middle, and that's a neutral spine. But for now, for the purposes of this next pose, you're going to bring your lower back to the floor, posterior pelvic tilt, press your feet into the floor, and with your lower back pressed in, lift the buttocks, lift the pelvis, lift the abdomen and the ribs, and then tuck the right shoulder blade under, tuck the left shoulder blade under, and bring your elbows to the floor as the hands or the fingers are facing up to the ceiling. So this is a variation on bridge pose. And it's nice to think of how we can be a bridge right now. How can we be a bridge to ourselves, to the mind, body, spirit? How can we be a bridge to each other? We might not be able to touch each other, but we can bridge with each other in so many ways now. So it's just a nice way to think of this pose. And then inhale and exhale and come down. Let the sitting bones touch down. Pause for a second. Notice the flow of prana or chi or life force energy. Knees back in. You can even just straighten the legs and make some circles with your ankles, going one way and then going the other way. Bend the knees now, the calves are parallel to the floor, and just make circles going one way, doesn't really matter, and then the other way. Just to get the synovial fluid moving, get the hips moving, the knees moving, and just rock back and forth a little bit. And then come to whatever side you want to, and just stay there for a second. Just pause for a second, then use your hands to help distribute your body weight to come up. Okay. So now we're going to come to all fours. I'm going to come this way. Okay. So as you inhale, you're going to arch your lower back and just lift the chest up to look up. And then exhale, round and look down. So again, this is just a different version of what we did on the floor with the anterior and posterior pelvic tilt. So this is one extreme, and this is the other. As you inhale, you look up, and as you exhale, you let the head and neck go down. Inhale, look up, sternum lifts up, and exhale, tailbone and head go down. One more time like this. Inhale, tailbone lifts, neck, head and neck lift, and then exhale, come on down. Okay, so now we're going to do some abdominal work. So from here, from this pose, inhale as you take the right leg, the right arm out, and then take the left leg out behind you. And then exhale, come down. Do the same thing, left arm, right leg. Pull the navel back to the spine. So this is a great way to get some abdominal work done. And then come down. So we're gonna heat that up. We're gonna take that a little quicker. Go at your own pace if this isn't your pace. So inhale, right arm, left leg out. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg, come on down. Inhale, this is 3. Inhale, this is 4. Inhale, right and left leg, 5. Inhale, left arm, right leg, 6. Inhale, 7. Inhale, 8. Neck stays long. 9 and 10. Okay, so good for balance to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to have you come into a child's pose. So that's where you can, now if you can't bring your buttocks to your heels, that's okay. Just come to your forearms. And I'm going to adjust the screen again so you can see that. So the forearms are on the floor. These are on the floor. And then if you can get your buttocks to your heels, that's great. And if not, that's fine too. And then relax your head down to the floor, or you can put both fists on top of each other and relax your forehead on both of the fists as an added support for the neck. And breathe here. This is a wonderful restorative pose. And now, if you ever feel panicky, this is a wonderful pose to come into. It just helps to quiet down the nervous system and just settle the body a little bit. Now come back up so that your knees, your thighs are parallel with the floor. And now you're going to stretch your arms out. So in child's pose, we brought the legs back, the femurs back. Now you're going to reach out with your hands. And if you need a block, you can put the block underneath your head or a pillow, whatever might feel right for you. And I'm just hoping that you can see that. Let's come over here. So the thighs stay pretty more or less parallel with the floor, perpendicular to the floor. And then relax your head and your torso down. And you can relax it on a pillow. And if you have the range of motion, you can bring the forehead to the floor. So this is a really intense stretch for the shoulders. And you can pull the navel back to the spine so you get some abdominal toning here as well. Breathe into those shoulders. They get so tight. Everybody's on computers and cell phones right now more than ever. So just breathe into it. If it's too much, back out. Just come back out like this and then maybe come back in, but do whatever feels right for you. So the thighs are perpendicular to the floor. And then take one more deep breath in. And then exhale. Walk your hands back. And then just come to sit any way that feels right for you and pause. That's a really intense pose. Open up your palms. That will create an external rotation in your shoulders. And just breathe that in. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Think of a color that signifies healing to you. And when you do that, bring that color. Let it fill your chest, your ribs, and your belly. Visualize it going in and out of your bloodstream, out of your cells, out of the alveoli and the lungs. This healing and rejuvenating color that signifies healing. Okay, so now we're going to get ready for the tense and release, which is a wonderful relaxation exercise. So come to lie on your back. And if you need a pillow for support, please use one. And I'm not going to do it because then I won't be able to lead you through it too much. So just come to lie on the back, support the head. If you need a blanket, do that. And just settle. Just feel your front body melting into your back body. And feel your back body melting into the floor. So lift up your right leg just an inch or two, not too much, just an inch or two, and tense the entire leg. Tense it, tense it, tense it, tense it, and drop it down. So you only want to lift it off an inch or two so you don't hurt yourself when you let it go. And you really let it go. Okay? Left leg, lift it up, tense it, tense, 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 and let it go. Make a fist with your right hand. Lift the arm off the floor, tense it, just an inch or two, tense, 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 and drop. Shake it out. Forget about it. Make a fist with your left hand. Lift the arm off the floor, tense it up, tense, 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 and drop. Shake it out. Let it go. Now squeeze your buttocks enough that you can lift your entire pelvis off the floor. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. One more squeeze. And let it go. Shake it out. Take a deep, deep breath into your lungs, like Superwoman, Superman. Deep breath in, hold it. Take another sip of air in there. Expand even more. Take another sip of air. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and let it go. Scrunch your face up like you just ate a lemon. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Close your eyes, scrunch your lips, and then let it go. And then here comes the best one. Open your eyes, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, and make some wacky noise. Ah! It's a great way to release energy and to dissipate anxiety. And then let that go. Come back to close your eyes. Relax your feet. Relax your legs, your ankles, your calves, your thighs, the pelvis, your abdomen, rib cage, chest. Relax your arms, your neck, your head. Relax your lips, your cheeks, your jaw, and relax your eyes. Notice if you're holding a lot of tension in your eyes these days. Relax the crown of the head, the skull. Relax your ears. And feel a wave of relaxation from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. And enjoy this piece for the next few minutes of silence. And this is the piece that you came into the world with. And this is always inside of you. It's your birthright. We just forget. So just take these next few minutes in silence on your own. I'll mind the time just so as not to go too far over. 18 minutes of silence. Let your next exhale be very, very long. And your next inhale really, really deep. Do that a few more times on your own. And then come to wiggle your fingers and toes. And you can start to move and wiggle any way that feels right for you. And then when you're ready, come to lie on one side, whatever side is best for you. And as you're lying on your side, just think about one thing that you're grateful for today. And then use your hands to bring your body up, and then come to sit in a comfortable position.
we'll bring our hands in prayer in front of our heart, bowing the head. May we have a peaceful mind, an easeful body, and a useful life. Namaste. Open up the eyes. Let the hands float down to the thighs. And thank you all so much for being with me today. I appreciate it. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.